on, guys? So, let's talk about Sprint. Now, I've been with Sprint for about 16 years. We can go way back to when they were together with Nextel. Now, I've always had problems with Sprint when it comes to being outside of my local area. So, up until almost 2 years ago, when I went out over the road, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but it worked. Ever since I went out on the road, it's garbage. And I mean, I'm dropping calls left and right. I mean, every 5-10 minutes I drop a call. And I've talked to Sprint about this 100 times, and according to them, when I'm driving, when the signal goes from one satellite to the next, it drops. And that's why I keep dropping the calls. And so I decided, they were talking to me about putting internet in the truck and doing Wi-Fi calling and stuff like that, and that would help. And they came up with this thing called the Sprint Drive. So the Sprint Drive is something that plugs into the ODP2 port or some crap like that. Plugs into the little port underneath the dash by your left foot. Now, it plugs into regular vehicles. Commercial vehicles, it did not. So I had to buy this adapter. So now I get the adapter, I plug it in, the thing lights up, everything's working, and I go into the phone, go into the Wi-Fi, Sprint Drive pops up. Great, now I got internet. Now, what they don't tell you, first of all, the vehicle has to be running. Not that big a deal, but it kind of sucks when it comes to, the Freightliners, when they only stay running. If you park at a truck stop, they only stay running if it's above 72 or under 22 degrees. Now, I figured it was okay because I could make a video, start uploading it, and it would upload while I'm driving. Truck staying running, the Sprint Drive should stay on. Well, what they also failed to mention is that it's just like the phone service. So as you're driving, when you go from one antenna to the next, it drops it. So now you got to go back in your settings, click on Wi-Fi, click on your Sprint Drive, and reconnect to it every time you switch satellites. To me, that renders the whole thing freaking useless. Now, the other thing is, even if you're sitting there at idle, say you're done for the day, you park, the truck's going to stay idling because you need the AC or the heat or whatever, you would think that the Sprint Drive would stay on. No. 10 minutes. It stays on for 10 minutes, bam, automatically shuts off. Now you got to go back in and do the same thing. Settings, Wi-Fi, Sprint Drive, connect. It'll come on 10 minutes later, boop, drops off again. Complete and utterly garbage. Now they were charging me, I think it was like $15 a month extra for it. And so if you're thinking about the Sprint Drive, forget about it. It's useless. And that's all I got to say about that. I'll see you guys soon.